Welcome to the tutorial of Camtasia, which is created by TechSmith for creating video tutorials and presentations directly via screencast or via a direct recording plugin to Microsoft PowerPoint. The screen area to be recorded can be chosen freely, and audio or other multimedia recordings can be recorded at the same time or added separately from any other source and integrated in the Camtasia Studio component. So, let's get started. This tutorial is recorded using Camtasia. So, here you can see on the desktop that Camtasia Studio 8 desktop icon has been created. So you can open Camtasia directly by clicking on this. So now you see that a project has been opened. Now let's get to the basic interface of Camtasia. This is the monitor where you can watch your videos. This is the bin, which is very similar to what we have in Premiere Pro CS6 or any kind of Premiere Pro software, as well as Final Cut Pro, where the videos are stored and they can be just dragged on the timeline. This is the timeline. It has 2 tracks right now, and this is the track height, which I can adjust according to my requirement, and these are the settings. So this is show marker view and show quiz view, which are very interesting. So let's get deeper in understanding the functions of Camtasia. This is the file menu, this is the edit menu, this is the view menu, this is the play menu, this is the tools menu, this is the help menu. Just click on the file menu and you can see that there are various options available. This option is the new project if you want to create the new one. Open project if you have already worked on Camtasia before and you just have to open that project. Recent projects, if you have edited any recent projects, you can directly open them from here rather than searching for them on your PC or office computer. Then save project. This feature is really important if you are editing something and you haven't saved it and there is a power cut, then chances are that your project can get deleted. So it's really important to control S every time that any new activity has happened in your project. Save project as saves a single project with 2 different names so that one project remains intact if there's a loss of data. This is export project as zip. Produce and share is second option of exporting, where you can produce according to the resolutions or dimensions that you want, and there are many such customized options from which you can choose. Okay, now let's get to the edit menu. This option is undo. So the shortcut key is Ctrl Z for this. So I'll show you how to use Ctrl Z a bit later. Then redo, it's Ctrl Y, the shortcut. Cut, copy and paste. The shortcuts are Ctrl X, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Remove from timeline. I'll show you the feature in a short while. Remove from clip bean. I'll show you the feature in a little while. Split, split all, add to library, extend frame, clip speed, image duration, generate keystroke callouts, captions, markers, smart focus. Now I'll get to all these when I'll actually take a video on the timeline and I'll show you how to edit it. Okay? The view menu is clip bean. You can also view your library as you can see here. Okay? The library contains a lot of options, like if I want to add music to my video, I can do so by just playing this. You can just pause from here, go to the next one. You can just click on here. So you can choose whatever option you want from here. So these are the options that the software gives you by default, but you can also download some by going on their website and downloading it. These are the various themes that you can have: animated title, basic title, then call out. Now I'll show you what's a call out in a while when I will start editing a particular video. The timeline is zoom in, zoom out, which you can do manually just by Control plus plus and Control plus minus. Zoom to fit, zoom to selection, and zoom to maximum. All these options you can select from here. So let's explore them. Zoom in. As you can see, it has zoomed in. If I use the option again, it will zoom in again, and I will be able to see each and every wave that the video has. See, it's visible. You can go and zoom in yet again, and the waves are more visible, as you can see here. Okay, now you can zoom out to get the overall view, as well as there's a very good option, zoom to fit. Okay, so that all your project is visible on the screen, so you don't have to use this browsing bar, and it fits in on the screen. So these are the main options you can explore. Timeline slapping, I'm going to tell you in a while, so you can deselect them accordingly. You can customize your timeline snapping so that it will be easier for you to edit your videos. Now the play option is also very interesting. You can play from beginning. When you click on this,
hello everyone,
your video gets
welcome
started
to the tutorial,
right? And you can just play from where the cursor is, right?
Camtasia.
So if I put my cursor to this side and just click play, it will
Here you
start
can see
moving
on
from
the
this
desktop.
side. So it's really important, and you can just stop whatever is playing from here, and you can just step backward. See, the cursor moves backward, and you can step forward. It goes a bit forward, and jump to beginning, end, previous clip, next clip. Okay, if I click beginning, it will go directly to the beginning, as you can see here, right? If I click end, it will directly go towards the end, as you can see here. if I say previous clip, it goes to, it was here, it jumped from here to here. So this is how it works for jump to and next clip and previous marker. So when I will apply the marker, it can jump from one marker to another marker. We'll explore this tool a bit later. Next marker option is also there, but it's not visible right now because we haven't marked anything on the timeline, so we haven't used a marker. In the tools menu, the first option is record the screen. Now record the screen is a very important option if you want to record a tutorial in which you want to show the options in the software like I'm doing right now. Record PowerPoint, you can directly create a shortcut for Camtasia in PowerPoint. You can record your PowerPoint presentations using Camtasia. Voice narration, if you don't want a video and you only want the audio, you can use this option. Record camera, if you don't want the audio, you just want the video, you can use this option. Audio, in audio, there are a lot of options, that is volume 1, volume up, volume down, fade in, fade out, and silence. So remove audio points, add audio point hasn't been selected right now. So we'll explore them a bit later. This is the zoom and pan option, which is very interesting. I'm going to show you in a while. Visual properties, which can show you visual properties of a given video. So if I select this particular video, I can get these options where I can check out the scale. As you can see, there's a change in the monitor. You can see these are the dimensions that are getting changed as I move the cursor on the scale. And this is the opacity. So opacity makes a particular picture transparent or it's opaque. Now the position can be changed. I can change it by X position can be changed. The Y position can be changed. The rotation can be made. As you can see, there's a change in the dimensions in the, as you can see that the picture on the monitor is getting rotated. I can bring it back to its position, or it may change its direction, as well as I can do this with the Y. As you can see, it's changing the screen, it's moving it in the Y position and the X position. So I can change it in all the 3 dimensions, and I can also change its position. See, as you can see, it's moving from one place to the other. I can move it in any direction. I can zoom in. I can do whatever I want using these 3 options. As you can see, a bin is created. and it contains some media files. These are imported from the computer. Now what is importing? Importing is copying or transferring a file from the computer to the software. So if I want to import a file, I can simply click on this, or I can go to File menu and import media, or I can simply press Ctrl I, right? So that I have the files which I can import. So these are the files that I can import. So I can just click open and this file gets imported. So how to take the imported files on the timeline? It's very simple. You can just click on the imported file that you want to put on the timeline and just drag and drop it. So this one is visible on the timeline. This is the cursor. The cursor is used to go to a specific area of the video which you want to edit. You can move this file just by clicking on it and just dragging it anywhere you want and just drop it. Here you can see this is an insert track option. When you click on it, a track will be added to the timeline. Okay, so I'll show you how to use the basic tools of Camtasia. Now, by pressing minus, you can see that the timeline is zoomed out. I can zoom in simply by clicking on the view and timeline zoom out or zoom in, or by pressing plus and minus. Okay, now let me explain to you record the screen feature of Camtasia. Camtasia records the screen of your computer to create tutorials which you are seeing here right now. This is a tutorial of Microsoft Excel, and so it has recorded the screen of my computer as I did various things in Microsoft Excel so that I could prepare a tutorial of Microsoft Excel for everyone to learn from. So the process is very simple. I can simply press this button and as you can see the software minimizes, and then I can open this window which tells me the duration, the audio level, the delete feature, which if you know that the recorded video is not that good, you can simply delete it before it gets saved so that the space is also saved. You can also pause your recording in between. You can stop your recording in between. Okay, now let me show you the editing part of a particular video. Now, after you have actually recorded the screen, this is what is the output that you get. Okay. Now, what if you want to decrease the duration of this particular video? It's very simple. Just click on it and you can simply go towards the end of this video. An arrow appears and you can just drag to the point where you want to end the video. So this is how the video got edited. What if you want to split the video? It's very simple. You can just zoom in to be precise and correct in your point where you want to edit, and then you can simply click on split. As the color changes, and you can just click on the right part or the left part and just move it. For moving the clip, you can simply select it, drag and drop it. Okay. Now, what if you want to cut a particular part in a particular timeline? Okay, so it's very simple. You can see the red mark on the cursor and the green mark. You can just select the particular area that you want to cut. Okay, to be precise, like I'm doing here, and just click on this scissor which says cut. So that area is cut, and automatically the two videos join each other. In the same way, you can copy or you can paste any video from anywhere to any place. Okay, now how do I insert a call out on my video? I've brought my video to its original state by just pressing Ctrl Z for multiple times. Now let's get back to the call outs. I can just press on a particular call out that I want, and I can place it on the timeline. It has already been placed. Now I can simply change the text by typing it here, like for example, hi, this is a demo video. Now this appears on the arrow, which I can change. The fill can be changed. I can turn it to red. I can give it effects, shadow, style, be a white border, or simply I can make it 3D, or maybe flip horizontal, right? And I can align the text in the center or to the right side, to the left side. So I can underline this. I can make it italic. So this is how you can edit your titles or and this is how you can customize your titles on the callouts, and this can help you. Okay, now there's an effect called fade in. As you can see, the arrow is gradually appearing on the screen. This is because of the properties that I have chosen for the particular arrow. So there's a fade in effect and there is a fade out effect. So this rectangle represents the fade in effect. So I can increase the duration of the fade in effect. As you can see, the rectangle is increasing in size, or I can decrease it. Okay, same as with my fade out. So I can just move the cursor towards the fade out. As you can see, the rectangle represents fade out, and I can just move the cursor and increase the duration of the fade out. So I'll keep it maximum right now, fade in and fade out. So let's have a look at it. Okay, I'll play it. 2014. And then after calculating, I come to know that the number of people, the number of customers I had in 2013. Okay, now it has increased and decreased in duration, the fade in and fade out. Okay, now as you see, the video is helping me, but the audio is disturbing me in this recording. So I can simply click on the timeline and I can edit audio and click on silence so that the audio will not disturb us anymore. Now let's explore the zoom and pan option. Just click on the zoom and pan option. Now at this point of time, whatever is written on the screen is not visible, right? Now to zoom into this area, I just have to reduce the size of the screen by reducing the borders to that point where it's visible, right? Now, as in how I reduce the size of the box, it zooms in the area which I have selected, right? So if I increase the size of this box, it's going to zoom out, and if I decrease, it zooms in, right? Now I can do this manually, or if it's not possible, I can do this by just changing the scale. But changing the scale changes the screen size. It does not zoom in the screen. So you have to move this border to select the area which you want to zoom in. You can maintain the aspect ratio of your video, or you can change it, and you can scale media to size for best quality so that it doesn't get compressed and pixelate. You can also scale media to fit entire canvas. Okay, there is one more interesting option in Camtasia, which is apply smart focus to selected clips and apply smart focus to timeline. You can apply them when it says that you can merge existing animations if you have already added some animations and some zoom in zoom out to your video, or you can say that remove all and add smart focus generated animations. So right now I am using this remove all option, and automatically it generates smart focus to the video. But I would like to tell you that customizing the zoom and pan option can prove to be better, because maybe as it has generated automatically a zoom in, but a much more zoom in is required for this particular area where this font size is really very small. So I would recommend you to manually select the clips and manually zoom and pan to enhance your video for the viewers. Okay, now let's explore the cursor effects option. Okay, many times as you record your tutorial, the cursor is not visible. Okay, you may press on very small options which are not very visible to the naked eye in the wide view. So for this, there's a very interesting option called the cursor effects. Just click on it, and here you see that you can make your mouse cursor invisible, and just check on this to make it visible. You also have an highlight effect where you can highlight your mouse. As you can see, a circle has appeared on your cursor, or you have a spotlight feature. So wherever you move your cursor, forget that, the highlighting option is selected. You also have a magnify option which magnifies the particular number, okay, or the button that you're choosing. You also have a left click effect which gives a ring. As you can see here, as you click, there's a ring which appears on the cursor. There's also an option of warp that is created. Here's the preview of the warp, or there's a ripple. And we also have the same options for the right click. You can also add a click sound effect to your cursor. Just click on the arrow. You can choose none. You can choose mouse click. You can hear it. Or you can also choose laptop click. Okay. You can also add animation to your video. So these are the basic features of Camtasia. Many can be explored. I hope you understood the basic features of Camtasia. Thank you.